Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Eagles Call podcast, episode 28. In this week's episode of the podcast, my microphone decided to have a slight aneurysm. I think it was due to my gain settings being completely off. So there is a fair bit of grain when I'm talking. If that's too much of an issue for you when you hear it, then I understand if you don't want to listen to this episode. But in my opinion, it was a really good one, really fun to make, had some great moments. So feel free to stick around. Next week we'll be back, and of course my microphone will be completely fixed. As you can hear now, I've got it fixed. But yeah, just thought I should let you know. And without further ado, let's get into the podcast. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Eagles Call podcast, episode 28, featuring the main man himself,
27.
Jack the Walshie. It's 28.
It says 27 on the list.
I make the thumbnails. I know, okay, trust me. Jack, how you doing, man? How's it going?
I'm alright, mate. Yeah, fucking usual. Lockdown's taking the piss now.
Tell me.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Tom Moore died. You know the old cunt who walked about his garden?
Oh yeah, I saw that and didn't know who he was. Is that was he the one that like walked 100 miles around his garden or whatever?
Yeah, and instead of being like, oh, why does this guy have to fucking do this to raise money? They were like, oh yeah, it's really cool. This old man has to do laps around his fucking garden. Like, it's a nice thing, but you have to ask why.
Yeah.
Anyway,
shouldn't be in that situation in the first place. Jack's becoming a communist.
Yeah, this is the duality of the Eagles Call podcast.
Well, no, it's your communism arc. It's your Reichstag arc.
I have a communism arc, as opposed to my Nazism arc when I was 13.
Well, now you've said that, and you can't take it back. That's on the internet forever.
I can't take back my old tweets from my old. I can't take back my old fucking TikToks. I have a footprint of my fascism phase that will never leave me, and that makes me very fucking sad. Anyway, Joe, how are you? How's your week been?
Well, my fucking pop filter just dropped off the table, so I'm now existentially depressed. Nah, I'm pretty good. I'm excited to be back. I mean, I know it was literally last week we did this, and we also did it twice last week. Once on the True Gamer podcast. If you haven't had a look at that, check it out with the Conversation channel. But yeah, no, I'm really excited to be back and do this. I just do be loving doing podcasts, and yeah, I feel like I don't even know if there's
speaking
of
topics this
podcasts. Week, I'm just hype. Oh yeah, go on.
Alright. Four Pillars Network. It's been announced.
It has been
announced. And guess what? They want us in it. That's fucking mad.
Us. The small children. The small young boys.
Yeah, I feel very unprepared. I mean, I'm very confident and it's going to be the best thing I've ever made.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to put most of my effort.
No, I am though, yeah.
But it's just we're the up and comers. I just need to figure out some better microphone settings, because when we were on the True Gamer podcast, for some reason my microphone sounded like I was recording in like a fucking warehouse. I don't know why, and I swear it's not always like that. I don't know if Eddie did something.
No, it's not. That was fair, fucking weird.
He edits on Apple, so if anything, it's his fault.
Oh. Yeah, that was a good time though. Lots of conversations, tech issues, Joe's audio, my video. Yeah. This doesn't happen on the Eagles Call, so that says all you need to know.
We've never had any tech issues ever.
Also, Eddie thought I was Scottish.
That was weird. That was very weird.
He mentioned it once on the podcast, then we spoke about it afterwards. Yeah. Eddie thought I was Scottish for like the last year and a half. How the fuck he thinks that?
I'm not sure how anyone can come to that conclusion when they hear
people pin my accent. Style. No, but people pin my accent as being fucking all over the place. So
yeah. Have you ever had Scottish before?
No.
I feel like, I mean, your Scottish accent could probably pass.
What if I went to a fucking pub in like Perth, and I started as an Englishman doing my fucking Begbie, would I not get fucking pummeled?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, right. So it wouldn't pass, would it?
Be a good time though.
Yeah, sure.
Like, why else would you come to Scotland? That's the main draw. That's the tourism experience.
As an Englishman, that is like the only reason you would go to Scotland if you're a massive fucking masochist.
Well, if you go anywhere other than like Edinburgh and Glasgow, then you're just gonna get stabbed. and in Glasgow, still pretty likely. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, I can't access the topics list because I've installed Oh wait, can I? Yeah, no, I can't because I've installed a Chrome extension that blocks naughty content.
Okay,
for some
right.
reason,
Well,
it doesn't let me access Google Drive. So
I'm going to link that to you now.
What's going on? No, I can't get into it. I'm saying. So what's going on this week? What have I missed?
Right.
It feels like it's been a long fucking week.
Stephen Crowder drinks dog cum. That's a thing now.
Oh, that's a good start.
That's not even gaming related, and I doubt many people Some people watching this will know who he is, but that's
actually?
it. Nah, it's a meme, but like,
because I saw the meme and yeah. If you didn't know, Stephen Crowder is a shit comedian, and a political commentator who, he's just a bit of a fucking goon, to be honest.
He's a massive goon.
He's so unfunny, man. He's so unfunny.
He's the political version of the Nostalgia Craigs, where he always derails onto these shitty skits.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what was it he did for the election? It just made no sense. He was trying to be Biden, but he was like wearing a fucking communist flag or some dumb shit like that.
I don't fucking know. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima, Joe.
Oh, you've started back up again. You're gonna finally finish it.
Yeah, I got like 4 hours in. Let's talk about this. Is Ghost of Tsushima the best Assassin's Creed Ubisoft never gave us?
No.
No. What's your take on this?
Well, I mean, Ubisoft have never given us Ghost of Tsushima, so...
Tsushima.
Is that how you pronounce it? Anyway, Ubisoft have never made that specific game, so I guess Ubisoft have never given us it.
Well, they have, but just far worse. Ghost of Tsushima, right?
Game, is it?
This is my point. I've resented this from day fucking one, right? Even if you have parkour, if you have fucking stealth, that's not enough. Because even if you have gameplay that is Assassin's Creed, you need the IP of Assassin's Creed because of how unique it is. There is nothing that can scratch that fucking itch. And as well, it's like Hitman, right? Hitman has social stealth of sorts, but that's one of 3 gameplay pillars, and it's got a whole different fucking narrative. The only thing that can scratch the Assassin's Creed itch is Assassin's Creed.
Exactly.
And like, I've not gone into there with the expectations that's what it would be, because I've always disliked that take. But
Jack, didn't you know any game set in a historical setting that's open world and third person is Assassin's Creed?
Any game set before 2010.
L.A. Noire is the
there's epic parkour chases and
never got.
And shitty facial animation, so it basically is.
People who say like we should get Assassin's Creed in. Assassin's Creed in any period after 1700 just doesn't, or 1800, just shouldn't exist, right?
I never want to go to fucking England in another Assassin's Creed game again.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Like, far too many people talk about like World War II and like the Wild West and stuff as well.
That's the thing. Assassin's Creed it's Assassin's Creed in becoming a generalized franchise that doesn't cater to an audience. People just think it's a canvas to do fucking anything, when like really it has a set of rules, it has a set identity, and when you do World War II and when you want to focus on the historical setting more than the actual fucking series, you lose that identity, and it's.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's my 50th time doing this monologue in the fucking week
that's
alone.
True.
So.
That is true. I probably shouldn't. Well, it doesn't matter. Because recently I've been listening to the Valhalla spoiler cast that just came out in the Four Pillars Network.
Yeah.
Which is, if you aren't subscribed to, go subscribe
Check it
to the
out.
channel.
Joe's gonna link it below.
It's already doubled my sub count in about a day, which it doesn't hurt at all. It doesn't pain me. Nah, it's but no, I've been listening to that, and Tyler has honestly just made me hate Assassin's Creed Valhalla as much as he does.
No, Tyler's been bang on from day fucking one.
Yeah.
He really has.
Do you hate? Did Valhalla break you as well then? But it's suddenly November 2020 again. Let's chat about Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Okay, Valhalla didn't break me in one fell swoop. It was more I crumbled as a result of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's not as catchy of a fucking title.
It kneecapped you. Valhalla kneecapped you.
Maybe. Well, Valhalla, I was never like... I was... Okay. I used to be of the opinion it would be fucking great.
Yeah.
Back when I started doing speculation in like the back end of 2019, because back then I thought Origins was like one of the best games ever made. I thought Ashraf Ismail could do no wrong, and so I was like, right, this is going to be a fantastic game. And then when gameplay came out and I started and I replayed Origins, I was like, it's going to be fine. The story's going to be excellent. The gameplay's going to be shit. The story will be fucking great. And then I play the game. The story isn't really great. The protagonist is fine, and the modern day is phenomenal. But it's just not an Assassin's Creed game. You can't have a game where the gameplay is so fucking disconnected from what Assassin's Creed is and say that's an Assassin's... You don't fight like one, the combat is just silly, you don't move like one whatsoever, and the stealth doesn't fucking work. Those are the three pillars of Assassin's Creed gameplay, and they don't work in Valhalla. And it's not like they all need to work on their own, they all need to work in fucking tandem, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And they just... don't. Valhalla doesn't play like an Assassin's Creed game whatsoever. Like, you can watch so much of Valhalla, you can take big 5-10 hour chunks and you'd have no clue it's an Assassin's Creed game, right?
Yeah.
And I know it's more than that. I know it's the philosophy, right? That's fucking crucial, and I love that in Valhalla. It's not me saying I hate everything about Valhalla, but just because you get a few things right, and big things, mind you, right? Like the modern day, the atmosphere, the philosophy, just because you get those things right, and really fucking right, doesn't excuse the gameplay being shit, you not being an assassin for the fucking umpteenth time in a fucking row, for it not having very much of an identity, for again bending the animus, for having this shit that's just so tonally off, for wasting so much of your fucking time. It has the bits of greatness, but it's not enough to stop it from being a bit of a shit game, right?
Yeah, I feel you on that front. I also know that this is the topic that will make sure you're able to talk for just minutes on end, so I can just chill out.
It fucking wakes me up. Assassin's Creed energizes me.
Well, now you have a podcast clip to post on your channel, which you should totally do, because I want more views.
I might put it on Twitter, maybe.
Yeah, no, I'm completely on board with pretty much everything you say there, apart from it being a bit of a shit game. I don't
think it's. If I was, it's because I'm coming at this from the angle that I'm in it. I love Assassin's Creed, right? And that's the way I'm coming at it, right?
Yeah.
If I wasn't an Assassin's Creed fan, I would think that was fine, right? Mm-hmm. And I still think it is fine. Like, I think it's just a fine game. I think it is a 5 out of 10. I've gone down from a 6 to a 5.
Do you think Rogue's better than Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
No. It's better than Rogue. Rogue is
Origins
shit.
Must be like a 2 then at this point for you.
No. Origins, no, because Origins has its redeemable qualities, right?
Okay.
A few. Valhalla has far more. Rogue is shit. Origins is shit. Right? I'm not even doing the whole Rogue is better than Origins.
Yeah.
They're both just shit.
It's just a shit series at the end of the day.
In terms of batting averages, Assassin's Creed is fucking wank.
Yeah. And to be perfectly honest, Tyler is starting to convince me to not play it anymore.
No, but you. No, I hate to be doing the meme about fucking Tyler, but you will.
Right? I will.
Yeah.
But, like the more it's tough. Because when everyone first finished it, it was kind of universally like, oh yeah, that was sick, that was great. And then as more people finish it and start to actually criticize it, it's like you start to. I mean, I was always quite critical of it from the moment the first trailer dropped, but like you start to kind of, I don't know, the cracks become a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think so.
it is what it is. Moving on though, but still
I didn't want to move on.
Keeping on track with Assassin's Creed. Don't worry, my friend.
All right.
So last week, in last week's podcast, I may have put the title and the thumbnail.
Yeah.
As Assassin's Creed 2021 India speculation.
Fucking idiot.
Which I then realised, after many people commented, we didn't actually talk. But it was on because what I do when I'm making the podcast and when I'm making the thumbnails and the titles is after we do a podcast, I always forget about what we talk about. So I just look back at the list of topics and I put them in. So I was just like, oh yeah, I'm sure we probably mentioned AC India. Let's just put that in the title. And we just didn't mention it. So
so fucking dumb.
Since you're the AC YouTuber here and you're privy to all of this.
You've made more AC videos than me this year.
Well, is that you've not made any? So.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're more of an AC YouTuber than me, because I've not been an AC YouTuber this year.
But you are privy to the leaks and rumors far more than I am. So, would you like to explain for the people what we've heard so far about Assassin's Creed 2021, the India rumors, the Richard the Lioness rumors, all those?
Yeah, okay. You just want to fucking sit back with this podcast, don't you?
No,
you're just giving me Assassin's Creed shit to talk about.
It's definitely not because I'm knackered and I don't want to speak. No.
Okay.
No, but for real, no.
Forget about me. Forget about my fucking day. That's fine.
I just don't know. No, I just don't know all the like information, and you do. So.
Yeah. Right. Assassin's Creed. Fucking. 4chan says we're doing India.
Oh, it's
we're not
4chan.
Doing India.
It's 4chan.
Yeah, it comes from 4chan.
Website. That's a good site.
4chan isn't a porn website. It's a place for political debate. You just need to look in the right places, you fucking idiot.
It's an intellectual forum.
Yeah, right.
8chan, that's a whole nother realm.
What is 8chan?
I think it's just like 4chan, but it has child porn. I can't say I've ever been on it. I can't say I've ever been on 4chan either, so.
Well, what's 9gag? Because, like, I know... Well, they're in the same fucking realm, aren't they?
Just because they have numbers in their name.
No, but that's like... Alright, fuck it, forget it.
Yeah.
Right, Assassin's Creed 2021.
4chan you have porn, 8chan you have child porn, and 9gag you have minion memes.
Oh. I thought 9gag was really fucking toxic. I thought it was...
Well, it is.
Poor cynical always
It's just
mentioned
terrible fucking memes. It's like ifunny.com. That's what 9gag is.
Right. Okay. Assassin's Creed 2021.
Yeah. Where do
the
you think
next
we're going?
game.
What do you think's happening? Bit of speculation.
This just makes me really sad.
Oh.
I don't want to think about the future of Assassin's Creed because I know it's dog shit.
Okay.
And I know it's going to make me really sad.
Okay, how about this instead, though? If you were in charge right now, right, and you could do whatever you want, I know you can't, but just imagine. Where would you go with the series from here this year?
Alright, I'd go, right, boys, what we're doing, scrap it. Fuck it, right? Anvil Next 3.0, we're making that today. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to have parkour. Like, it's so weird thinking about how you improve the fucking Ezio trilogy parkour. Because...
What do you mean?
No, it's weird thinking about how you improve a system like that, because we've not had a system since that's been better than it in almost any way.
Yeah.
Like, so it's... I would say, right, do that, but... Oh, fuck, I guess make it look better, but like that's kind of fucking vague. But then again, the more animation based it is, the less control you tend to have. Yeah. But anyway.
I think an Ezio trilogy system with parkour up and parkour down would be
right.
perfect. I think parkour, like adding that 3-dimensionality that Unity had, would like be.
Yeah, where instead of just holding legs and dropping down, it's more of a smooth controlled descent. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And being able to just like hop over fences and that, like vaults and shit.
Right.
Add that, and then add some more like fucking moves, I guess.
Okay.
I really that sort of thing. Just
where would
do
you
the parkour, but better.
Obviously, with that,
You know where.
With a parkour system like that, you'd need a dense city potentially.
16th century Amsterdam, baby. Let's go.
1666
All right.
by any chance.
It's 1665, just as a cry for Patrice to come back. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to be the creative director. I'm going to say, right, Patrice, come here.
Is that a good idea? You might just throw in like a big monkey boss.
Oh yeah, he does monkey games now, doesn't he?
He'll add King Kong to
all right
to 16th century Amsterdam.
All right. Well, I'll make it.
Yeah.
I've never made a game in my life, but I'll be the creative director, and I'll say, right, Darby, we're gonna make a fucking good Assassin's Creed game, and I'm gonna have him, gonna have the sound design lads from the fucking Ezio trilogy, gonna have Jesper. We're going to have Raphael Lacoste.
Maybe a bit of Corey May in there?
Corey May, if he'll stop being an edgy Twitter hipster. If he'll just be a normal, good writer again, then yes. But that's a lot to ask at this point. And I'm going to go, right, boys, we're going to make a good Assassin's Creed game here. And we're going to go 1665 Amsterdam. Mm-hmm. Proper parkour, that's the first thing we're doing. Anvil Next 3.0, because that's, I don't know if that counts as pre-production in games making it. I don't fucking know. But that's like the first thing you do. You make the engine. Yeah. Better parkour, and the combat, right? It's gonna be fucking speed based, dodge based, right? I think the way to go about combat in future would be to have difficulty settings. Not like really fucking vague ones like Wolfenstein and Doom, but just because the way I feel about combat is like, few hits, you're fucking gone. You say it, I say it, fucking Leo K says it, glass cannon. That's what you need to be, right? And so, like, take a few hits and you're fucked. But then, like, for a casual audience, like, realistically, they're not going to like that as much. So, like, have like a easy, normal, hard.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
It's all fucking speed based, but there's different classes all like after.
This probably wouldn't be possible. Well, it could be, but it'd be weird to implement. But like, I would love a system, right? And it would be hard to build a combat system around this, but a system where you could essentially just adjust the actual like health of yourself and your enemies, and like scale. You could personally scale them. So like, if you wanted to play, you know, a glass cannon, then you could. If you wanted to play fucking Odyssey, then you could as well.
I just want to be an assassin. We're not... Nah, this is the thing, right? Yeah. No compromise. Compromise has killed Assassin's Creed, and I'm not happy about it.
Fair enough.
We're not doing it. In our Assassin's Creed game, Joe.
Yeah, but in my ideal world, if you get hit once, then you die. So, and that wouldn't be possible. That would be my...
It'd be 4 times for me. But it'd depend on the weapon type, the guard, how fast they are, how heavy they are, your armour, potentially. You know, it's going to be fucking speed based. You're going to be a swift, speedy assassin, but you'll be punished for fucking up, right? Okay. And then stealth, social stealth. I think you should be able to blend into crowds. Okay, the thing with social stealth is we usually have like extremes. Yeah. Like in AC1 or Valhalla, there's these set crowds you can blend with, and a lot of people like that because it's more difficult. But then it feels sort of more scripted. You've got less options. You can't. It's not as easy to just run away, slip back into a crowd, which is something I like. But then at the same time, going into the Ezio trilogy, I find it to be a bit of a safety net, social stealth. Like, you run around a corner, slip in a crowd, it's too fucking easy. So I think you need a middle ground there in terms of, like, the perfect social stealth. And I don't know how you do that.
Hello?
Are you fucking asleep? What's going on? Okay, alright, what the fuck's happened there?
Hello?
Assassin's Creed!
Sorry about that, yeah. I don't know why.
Assassin's Creed,
This
right.
would be fucking up. You'd be able to slip back in the crowds, yeah? Is what you're saying.
Yeah, what I'm saying is we need a compromise in terms of you don't want it to be like social stealth feels not necessarily scripted, but like sort of linear as it does in AC1 and Valhalla. But then you don't want it to be a safety net as it can be in the Ezio trilogy.
Yeah.
You'd want a compromise where social stealth's accessible and it always feels like an option, but then it isn't too easy.
I think it just needs to be built on like interactions with the world. Similarly, you know how you've got like the select.
Would you
crowds,
drop crowds then?
the select crowds that you could deal with in like AC1 and Valhalla? I prefer that, but I think it needs to be slightly more open than it is. So I think it should be like you shouldn't be able to blend in with like 3 or 4 people. You'd be easily identifiable. But say you had unity crowds, right? Like depending on the density of the crowd, you could slip in, or you could protect. You could act along with the crowd. You could act along with certain people. You could, like in AC3, you could go up to a market stand or whatever, and just chill out. You can go sit on benches. You can go do whatever. I think it should. I think it should be about interaction with the world, and not as simple as just walking through crowds. Because, like you said, that can be just like an easy way out at times, and
right.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just
I wouldn't want that to become obsolete though. Like I'd still want that to be.
That's what I mean. I want a balance between like the AC1, how you can only blend with monks, and then AC Unity, where you can blend with fucking everyone. I think if you got a balance where it was like you could blend with certain select crowds of dense people. Yeah. That were dense with people. I don't know.
Dense people.
Just fucking idiots. Again, I don't know how it would be implemented. This would just be like my ideal. Because I do think that at times, like, it is a bit silly that Ezio in his massive shining white Florentine garb can go can blend in easily with like.
It makes more sense with Altair and the monks.
Normal people. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or even like Ezio in Revelations when he's just wearing grey and it's more muted.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so that's what.
Yeah, I see what you mean. In the story, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna start and we're gonna be an assassin, relatively new assassin. They're gonna be like fucking young. They'll be like 20 or some shit, and the game is gonna span 20 years, okay? And they'll be like the fucking Grey Jedi from Star Wars. You know the Grey Jedi? Where they're like,
the great, yeah.
They'll be like, assassins, they're so fucking stupid. And the game is gonna be a proper... Because the thing is, the games that deal with like the dichotomy and the philosophy of like Assassins and Templars best are games where that's not the focus. It's AC1 and AC4 and Valhalla to an extent. Right. But then when you look at like Rogue or even 3, while that's like a focus in those 2 games, they don't nail it. Yeah. But I want this game to have a big focus on that, but with like AC1 level of writing and dialogue,
Oh.
And like
if any game could ever match AC1's dialogue, I would be shocked. I don't believe that's possible.
I know. So I don't think it will be beaten, and that's fine because it's a fucking mental bar.
Well, it's nice to think that the foundation of the series was, quality writing. It's nice to think that was the foundation that it was built on, as opposed to just being built on like, say, AC2 was the first game. It would be built on Ezio's charisma. No, it's built on a genuine philosophical debate with AC1.
Yeah.
Just little things.
Yeah, right. And these protagonists, they're going to work, by the end of their story, maybe it'll be like the opposite of something like AC2, where you slowly become an assassin as you become more like, you know, acquainted with their ideology, like AC2 or AC4. It'll be like you're this naive assassin who's like, right, I fucking love this group. You start where Edward is at the end of AC4, but then you see the flaws in their ideology, how they're not perfect, and then by the end of the game, you're like, I wouldn't want the game to end and you to not be an assassin, but you're more like, I hate to say this, a rogue.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, I get you.
I would want something that puts the assassins into question without just flipping the fucking coin, you know, and not changing anything.
That makes sense. Obviously, that was done in AC1, but
no, I mean like to the fullest extent.
It couldn't be replicated that same way, but like you don't want it to be so black, because so many games just glorify the assassins, and then fucking like you've got Syndicate, which literally makes a Templar a crazy capitalist, you know, like goon with slicked back black hair, and like he's such a stereotypical villain. He has no nuance to him, and for so long they just glorified the assassins, and you know, assassins good, Templars bad, and that's never been the point of the Assassin Templar conflict. The point was that there needs to be a balance between them.
Well, yeah, because for so many games there hasn't been an actual conflict. They'll say there is, but like assassins are the good guys who fight for freedom, and the Templars are the bad guys. It's not conflict. Yeah, it's clear as day.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like a story of Batman fighting the Joker, but Batman just goes hunts down the Joker and kills him, and Joker's evil, Batman's good. The end. You know?
Yeah.
It should be a it should be a mental conflict. It should be a philosophical conflict. It should be more than just hunting down people and killing them. Yeah.
Yeah, my idea is a bit shoddy because I haven't thought about like story in terms of an ideal AC game. But what about modern day? What would you want?
I honestly don't know. Obviously, I've made my ideal AC game video. If you want to check that out, I'll link it.
Fucking.
Yeah, I know.
Shaky.
I need to plug at all times. No, but it's just because that video I went like fully in depth, but I didn't mention the modern day in that video. And honestly, I don't know. Like I have no fucking clue. Like a big part of me just doesn't want to like. If I was making a game, I wouldn't want to have to write a modern day segment because I genuinely have no clue where to go with it. It's been so mangled over the years that like, yeah, I'm kind of just lost, you know.
Yeah, well, I think there needs to be. Okay, you fuck off Layla. Just do something new,
she's
right?
already dead, so.
I know, but like I don't want a game that's all about like, I really miss Layla, or a game that fucking lingers on it. Yeah. I don't care about Layla. She's fucking gone. Not even like Sean and Rebecca. Just do something totally new set of characters. Start from the ground up, right? Yeah. And I'm not saying like leave everything else and pretend it didn't happen, but just do a new kind of modern day. There needs to be. Because the modern day, since fucking AC4 up to Valhalla, wasn't actually driving anything forward. It was there just because, you know, it's on the fucking to-do list, right? Exactly. Like, you need a clear goal.
I wouldn't even say, you know what, AC4's modern day did make an attempt to push forward the story that was set up. Although the actual like gameplay of the modern day was shit and the story wasn't great, it did actually make an effort to push forward the story. Where it completely faltered was with Unity and Rogue, which were both completely pointless games that had no effect on the overarching story and did nothing to push anything forward.
Those are worse, but I still think Black Flag, everything with the Phoenix Project, that didn't need to be the modern day of an entire game.
No, you're right that it didn't, but it still was pushing forward the story with Juno, which was the main story, which was the main overarching story.
That is true, yeah.
It did do something, and then Unity and Rogue started a trend of just not doing anything. Like it was that was when it was.
No,
Just
but
there
Otto
for
Berg
the
really
sake
scared the assassins that one time.
Oh yeah, he made William Miles cry for 5 minutes because he saw Achilles get his leg blown off.
Yeah, could you imagine being one of the assassins and watching that and being like, "Who the fuck is this? What is this?" You would just be confused.
Also, right? Because the one thing about Rogue that's always confused me is, you know, when he sends the clips, right? Obviously,
And they're in like the chat room.
No. Obviously, for the player, right? When you see the game and the cutscenes, they're filmed from like a cinematic point of view.
Yeah.
But the actual memories they're reliving aren't filmed from like fucking drone cameras. You know, they're not filmed from a cinematic point of view.
Yeah, that's true. It's got fucking Hollywood camera work.
Yeah, and like you can hear every character like across the room, even if I've just dropped my pop filter again. Like even if it doesn't make any sense, like you know when Achilles says Shay was right at the end.
Yeah,
He's like 20 meters away from Shay, but it's a close up of Achilles saying that. It's just silly, man. Rogue's so silly.
It is a fucking stupid game, but it's better than Origins. It's not offensively bad. It's, as you say, it's silly.
But yeah, no, it's really weird. But modern day, I have no idea where I'd go. Like, I guess you introduce a new character, but like,
do something with fucking Elijah. We haven't heard from him in 3 fucking years. Nah, well, he went off into the Australian desert.
Oh.
And we haven't seen him since. People assume he's dead. I think the Templars think he is, because, like, how the fuck would you survive? But, like, if you've not seen him die, he's not dead.
I suppose, yeah. I guess.
Also, Otto Berg.
I guess that's where you go. You try and, like, build on the whole the son, your son thing from Brotherhood. And, yeah, I don't know.
I think something needs to be done with Otto Berg. Like, kill him off. Just fucking do so. He's just chilling. He's paralyzed. No, but there's that fucking. That's one thing that kind of pisses me off about Valhalla. Mm-hmm. I did a whole video like a year ago about, guys, what's going to happen with Otto Berg? I can't wait. And they don't explain shit.
He has Norse blood, doesn't he?
Yeah, that theory that he was going to be the protagonist.
Maybe he's a descendant of Cheobert.
Maybe
also
but like,
yeah.
It just, he's the one modern day antagonist left. That, like, where they're going to go now, I don't fucking know, because there's no like, Basim's obviously up to something.
Yeah.
But, like,
I swear, if they do any modern day shit in the DLC, I'm going to be so annoyed. Oh, I'm going to be so annoyed, because they've clearly set something up. If they just conclude it in like 3 hours in Paris.
To be honest, I wouldn't mind that much. Like, I just don't care about Basim.
What do you think? How would you react if they killed off William Miles in a DLC?
If killing off William Miles, that's fucking different. I would be furious. I love that man.
Because I think like, I get the feeling that's what Basim's gonna do.
Well, yeah, that's so fucking dumb. We're at the end of the game. Sean and Rebecca, I don't think they necessarily trust him, but he's like, oh, yeah, I've just trapped your mate.
I don't. Yeah. Also, did they not see the memories where like he was literally fucking lucky?
Yeah.
Did they not see the memories where he tried to murder Eivor?
They know he's an odd cunt, so why the fuck are they going, oh yeah, we'll take you to William Miles.
He's also wearing a
and as well, he's gonna his facial animation is gonna be all Englished and fucked. You know? Cause you know they like I forget the term, but like, well, okay.
Discord's just being a massive cunt today.
Joe's caught some of the old conversation's technical issues, it would seem.
Hello?
Hello. Right, Assassin's Creed.
Discord is being a massive cunt today. I don't know what's going on.
That's alright. Assassin's Creed, William Miles.
Yeah. Like, Elijah's 15 now, so he could be, like, he could actually play a part. But
Yeah.
I just don't see how he could just be suddenly written in and brought in. Unless the next game's set in 1800s Australia.
Well, you wouldn't really need to do much. You could just be like, oh, hey, I'm Elijah. I've been back. Here's what I've been doing for the last 3 years.
I guess, but that's just so lazy, man. It's the same as when there was big time jumps and Layla just did things in Odyssey.
That fucked me off.
She's just there. She's just doing things. Okay. Could we not see them? Could we not see this
Ideally,
development?
See, this is the type of thing that, like, if you're going to bring Elijah back, since he's a comic character, maybe fill that in the comics and also explain it in the game because you want to fucking know.
Yeah.
But, like, then have him come in and be like, hey, I'm the modern day guy now, and he's going to, we'll have an actual likeable, decent protagonist for the next few years. That'd be nice.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I don't care. How much do you care about Basim?
Not enough.
Me too, because I feel like it's a matter of time before it gets fucked.
Yeah.
Like, if that wasn't hanging over his head, then I would care more.
It's a cool idea. It is a good idea, right? I just like James said recently on their Four Pillars spoiler chat. It annoys me that these Isu are literally just Loki and Odin.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So much of the game,
adding to
all that shit. Yeah.
Adding to that, it's annoying that Basim is literally just Loki. I get that the point is that he's a sage, but like he should. I don't know.
He should be more like John Standish, where he has like his own sort of thing going on.
Exactly. Like the fact that Basim is literally just Loki, and it's like he's Loki who lived 75,000 years ago. It's just like it's so dumb. It's just it makes sense, right? It makes sense canonically. It works. And it's just so stupid, though. Like I know this isn't exactly the most in-depth critical analysis of all time, but it's just dumb. Like I don't know what else to say. So I just don't have as much of a connection to whatever Basim's doing as I should, because one, because they'll probably fuck it up, but two, just because the fact that he's a 75,000-year-old Norse god who we saw turn into a fish, and I know I've driven that meme into the ground, but I don't care. It just makes me. I can't care. I can't care about that.
All right. Yeah.
Anyway.
It is really fucking dumb.
What are your thoughts on Basim going forward?
I mean, listen. Assassin's Creed. For fuck's sake, can I not say the name of this series like you fucking giggling? All right.
No, you can't.
Right.
No, you can't.
All right. Okay. Revisionist history game. I'm taking the piss. I know that's not what it is. Right. Basically, if it was just, it depends how they go forward with him, because Darby's like a script advisor on the DLC, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. He's not writing it, but he's helping.
If they had, because the thing is, with Darby as like a script advisor, there might be some like shoddy dialogue in there or something that necessarily doesn't click, but there's not going to be any big offensively bad lore fuck-ups, and generally things will go in the right direction.
Yeah.
Past the DLC, I think Darby could write the next game, because if they're just starting to work on that now, then they're probably, or if they were last year, then they're probably still building the engine and probably haven't started writing it yet.
Yeah, you mean the full next-gen game?
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be I don't know what the fuck I want to wait. I don't think he's going to be the protagonist of that game. Basim. I highly doubt that.
Yeah,
Basim.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like it was really weird to me at the end when we just became Basim. Like, obviously they had to do that so you could have an end game, but
Non-Basim.
but again, yeah, I agree. Like, I can't see us playing as Basim for an entire modern day segment. I can't see him just going off and exploring someone else's memories. Like, he has no reason to go off and explore someone else's memories. If he's presented as the antagonist for the rest of the series, for the rest of the modern day. Okay, how about
That'd be
this?
better, but do something with Otto Berg. I know this is fucking stupid, but I want to know where he is and what he's doing.
How about this? Elijah Miles, right?
Yeah.
Goes into the Assassins, and he gets fucking trained up using the Animus. And then... and then in like 5 years' time, him and Basim have a final showdown in the Grey, where Desmond and Layla show up, along with all the assassins from the past.
Shut
games.
the fuck up! Stop!
And they say,
"Oh my fucking
we're here beside you, Miles. Well, we're here beside you, Elijah." And then
Elijah,
Basim...
it's time for assassinations.
Cleopatra shows up and gives Elijah Miles a Medjay badge. Fuck's sake. And then or they're having a fight in the Grey, and he's lying on the ground, and he hears the voices of past assassins like Rey in Rise of Skywalker. And then he uses the power of all the assassins to finally defeat Basim.
Oh man! And then Layla goes in his ear. This must be the bleeding effect.
Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. That'd be ideal. That's what I want to see. That's what I want. That's all I've ever wanted. Now, when I used to play Brotherhood and that, I did actually want to see something like that, which was stupid, but...
Me too, but you do when you're a kid.
Well, yeah, you just want to see an epic conclusion, like an endgame. I mean, Avengers Endgame's the only thing that's actually pulled that off decently.
What about Rise of Skywalker? They had Wedge Antilles and Lando Calrissian.
They had 8,000 faceless ships.
Yeah, but it's Ewan McGregor's uncle. You remember him from episode 4?
Yeah, and then she heard Samuel L. Jackson whisper in her ear.
It pisses me off that Plo Koon doesn't get any fucking dialogue there. Because I fucking love Plo Koon.
Who the fuck is...
Yeah.
I don't... Who... Oh, that name doesn't ring a bell.
Plo Koon. The guy, he has the blue and white Jedi Starfighter. He's so sick in Clone Wars in fucking the Malevolence arc.
I didn't know his name was... What the fuck? I did not know his name was Plo Koon.
Yeah, that was a real...
I thought that was someone completely... I thought that was someone else.
Were you thinking of Pong Krell or maybe Coleman Trebor? Some real memorable Jedi.
That's so... Maybe I'm just thinking of a completely different race right now.
Right.
Because there's a Jedi who... He wielded 2 lightsabers. He wore a mask. And then, like, his dad died or something, and then he abandoned the Jedi and just fought on his own and became basically, like, a Grey Jedi. And then, like, I don't remember his name. But I thought that was Plo Koon, but that's definitely not what
anyway, Star Wars talk is somehow more depressing than AC talk.
I don't mind.
Unless we're talking about Clone Wars.
Because I don't have any connection to the to the extended universe because I gave up on it.
I started rewatching Clone Wars this week.
Oh, for real? Did you start with the movie? Of course.
No, because I've never watched it in chronological order. I watched it as it came out when I was a kid.
Same.
And then I rewatched it a few years ago before season 7 or 6, I forget. But this is the first time I'm watching it in chronological order.
Yeah.
And you start with, I think it's 2:16 with Wolf Yularen. You know fucking Wolf Yularen? He's the guy... He's like a commander in fucking New Hope.
Hold up.
Anyway, started rewatching Clone Wars. It still is the best Star Wars thing ever. And it only gets better.
Yeah, that's fair to say, I think. I mean, Empire is better, but
It's better than Empire, Jay.
it's not. No, it's not. It's not.
No, man.
If you want to say the sheer volume of quality outdoes the 2.5 hours of Empire, sure. But Empire as
objectively, Empire is better.
Yeah.
But Clone Wars was like, I think that might have been the first Star Wars thing that I ever watched. I don't remember.
For real.
But it's got such a place in my heart. Every week, waiting for new Clone Wars episode. I fucking love Clone Wars. It's
because it's kind of like the opposite version of Origins and Rogue argument, right? How long will it take to watch all?
It's 2 days, 16 hours, I think.
Okay, it would take 15 hours and 27 minutes. Wait, what? No. It just hold up.
It's a fucking war.
Episodes, right? And they're what?
In terms of condensed quality, Empire's definitely fucking better because Clone Wars has some duds.
But then Clone Wars obviously has a massive array of episodes.
And also, it does just look like shit in the first season in the film.
True.
The animations are so like rigid and that, and it looks out of sync at times.
The original Clone Wars film, the 2D animated Clone Wars film, is actually very, very sick.
Mate, that scene when Anakin gets fucking inducted as like a fucking Jedi Knight.
And when Mace Windu takes down like 1,000 droids with his bare hands.
Yeah.
That was the coolest scene to me. I used to love Mace Windu, and then I realized he's a sociopath and a megalomaniac.
Yeah, Mace Windu is just a bit of a dickhead. I'm surprised.
He's a terrible person.
He is. I'm surprised nothing's been done with him in canon. Like,
I think he just died, to be honest.
But the thing is, they haven't shown him die. Yeah, you'd think some Disney exec would be like, oh, let's just cram it in the fucking Mandalorian. That'll bring in a few more viewers.
Exactly. Well, remember when people thought that he was Snoke? People thought
fucking everyone was Snoke.
They thought that Snoke was Darth Jar Jar as well.
I used to buy into that when I was like 12. But like the thing with Snoke, everyone was disappointed that Snoke wasn't like, fucking Obi-Wan reborn. But the problem with that wasn't the film itself. Yeah. It was all these internet theories that bought into Snoke being something bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, that was
he was ruined by ruined by the fan base as opposed to just being, I mean, he was a plot device to be fair, but.
Yeah, he was the Simon Krieger of the Star Wars universe.
Exactly. I mean, he had the personality of it as well.
Fucking Simon Krieger.
Creepy old man stroking young boys.
Oh, fuck me. Right. You mentioned
Snoke was just a clone, right? I've never watched Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, he was brewed in a jar by Palpatine. Like, there's fucking jars of Snokes on Exegol.
Yeah.
It's a weird film, man.
Yeah, when Kylo just shows up at the start and he's like, "Oh, the Emperor's here. That's cool. Hey, Sheev, how you doing?"
Oh yeah.
Also,
what a fucking dumb film.
Sheev's plan in that film is so fucking stupid. It's like
I don't even remember. I remember the big lightning bit where he gets all the Star Destroyers.
It's like, bring Rey to me. I have a massive fleet of Star Destroyers, all that have the power of the Death Star. But also, like, couldn't he have just gotten fucking Kylo to kill him, and that would have passed on the Sith anyway? It's weird. It's like bring Rey to me so she can kill me, and then she can kill you.
That was so fucking stupid as well. Bizarre. Like, he doesn't know this woman, but he'll be like, aren't you impressed by all these really cool ships? You want to fucking take the wheel now?
He was just flexing.
It's so dumb.
He was just flexing. Imagine Sheev Palpatine's Tinder bio.
I can't actually.
It was also confirmed a year later that he didn't actually have sex, which makes me even more pissed off. So his children...
What, was he fucking sperm donor?
Oh, it pisses me off so much. His children were clones of himself, and then they, I guess, had sex, with someone else.
What, two Sheev Palpatines
No.
fucked, and one of them has Rey?
No, but one of them has Rey, which is like, why didn't you just make Rey a clone then? You fucking idiot.
It's just a workaround to him having sex, because he was the king of the galaxy. Like,
I reckon he could.
It's not that hard to believe, even if he is an ugly cunt.
Someone.
Yeah.
Imagine pulling Sheev Palpatine.
Imagine not. I'd rather that, to be honest. You mentioned Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Well, we can't talk about it because I have a video about it coming up on Saturday.
I'm not spoiling. That's what I want to talk about, guys. Joe, big Rogue video. Is it underrated? He's got that coming soon. But Joe, since you've replayed it, right? Yeah. And it's been a few months. Let's briefly and calmly revisit this topic.
Rogue's worse than Origins.
See, I don't think it is.
It's even worse than I remembered. I'll give you that.
I think the story is fucking bad, but again, it's just silly. Like, it doesn't have the ramifications of Origins and what it does to Darius and the formation of the Brotherhood. You know?
Don't care. It's still shit.
The Origins is also shit.
It's not as shit as Rogue.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Let's just go and assassinate someone. Oh wait, oh no, they were just being bait so their friend could escape. Let's do that same twist 3 different times throughout the game.
But like, Origins does the same thing whereby it goes, you killed my son, I'm going to kill you now. And then he does it 5 minutes later, and then he goes, oh right, well now I'm fine. I don't care anymore, I've buried my son, this is all good. And then he goes to Flav, he's already killed my son, I'm really fucking mad about this now. And it's like, Origins repeats the same fucking threads, but it's more important because it causes Bayek's arc to zigzag. You know what I mean?
Bayek has a personality.
Bayek does have a personality.
Every character in Rogue
I'm not going to argue with you on that. Bayek is far better than Shaq.
Because I'm going to spoil every one of my points in my video, but we will return to this discussion next week. I do promise you that.
Ah, fantastic. Right, that's an hour of Assassin's Creed. You could get that in the title. Our ideal Assassin's Creed game.
And I can put Walshie Assassin's Creed in the tags. This is going to be beautiful.
Walshie's ideal Assassin's Creed game.
Perfect.
And Assassin's Creed India, because we mentioned it this time.
Yeah. Well, another game that I've been playing, though, just finished, was God of War. And oh boy. I can't
God of 8 out of 10, you mean?
I'm gonna
fucking chill.
It's a 9.5 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10. There's only one 10 out of 10 game on Earth. I've made that distinction.
Okay.
God of War is a very good game. It's a fucking masterpiece of a game. It is the first game I felt in so long that brought me back to my childhood, brought me back to just loving and adoring just playing a game. It's been so long since I've been able to just play a game and just fucking love it just love it mindlessly, whilst at the same time still being
exactly. It's mindless. You sheep.
And think about it. I don't mean mindless in the way.
No, I'm fucking with you.
I was able to. I didn't have to analyze it, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was just there enjoying my time, swinging my fucking axe, whilst at the same time experiencing a incredible a very good story with incredible characterization of the entire cast. Along with that, there's so much to talk about. I don't want to go into it all, but it's a beautiful game. 9.5 out of 10. Masterpiece. Third best
God of War 3 years later. When?
Third favorite. I'm doing it 4 years later.
Okay.
Third best game of all time in my personal ranking. And yeah, I was thinking about making a video on it, but a lot of my love for it is it's hard to put into words, you know?
Yeah, I know.
It's a very my love for it comes from a lot of its intangibles. the satisfaction of swinging your axe. You know, it's not quite like
It does feel fucking nice to control, doesn't it? Yeah.
And like the relationship between Atreus and Kratos is so hard to explain without. I'd have to go into like 5 hours of detail, like going into each one of their different conversations, because there's so many like little moments when you're rowing the boat throughout the world, where they just like, there's one moment where Kratos using an analogy to explain how he killed the entire Greek pantheon, and it's like it's so well written. Every single fucking line, every single scene had me captivated more than I felt in years, in legitimate years.
I'm happy for you, mate, 'cause I know how that feels.
Yeah,
That's nice.
it's really lovely to have like it did really rejuvenate my love for gaming, because I'd played so many games that let me down, disappointed me, and having that just it just, I don't know, it just did something different, man. It just did something different, and now I just can't wait to play Uncharted 4 and Last of Us Part 2 and see what those are about.
So is your next plan to do the Uncharted trilogy or Last of Us?
Yeah, I'm gonna do Uncharted.
Quadrilogy, yeah.
I'm gonna do Uncharted, then replay The Last of Us, then play The Last of Us 2, then probably I'll do my Assassin's Creed 1 speedrun that I've been planning for so long. I want to do that in summer, because if you didn't know, we've got speedrun summers.
We planned that so fucking long ago, and we just never did it.
Well, no, because I think this whole idea of doing a speedrun summer is perfect, branding wise.
Yeah.
Like in June, you know, we do. I think if we just speedrun, I'll do 1, you do 2, I do Brotherhood, you do Revelations.
We had this plan ages, and we just never fucking did it.
I think we do. I think we do it in June, because speedrun summer is a perfect title.
Banger, yeah.
But yeah, no. So that's the plan, and then probably like Ghosts and Detroit Become Human, just other ones,
Right,
just other
Ghost,
small ones.
Can I talk to you about this?
Absolutely.
Ghost, I have a lot of feelings on it.
Yeah.
It feels like a game. If you take Ubisoft, I've fucking said this so many times, but it's exactly what Ghost is to me.
Yeah.
Because there's like a lot of bandit camps and all that shit.
Yeah.
It feels like if you take 2010 Ubisoft and they keep on evolving, like genuinely evolving, right? It feels like the type of thing that they maybe would have made.
That is
the combat, Joe.
Yeah.
The combat was close to being great, but it's fucking not. Okay.
For real. I've heard that's the best part.
It is the best part, but it was close to being fucking stellar, right? Okay. The deal is, right, at least what I thought was, you can take 3 hits, your enemies can take 2 or 3, right? And there's normal enemies that can just take fucking 6 or 7. And like sometimes they're not even big meaty guys. They can just take a fuck ton of hits. And so you lose that pace, that momentum, that feeling that you've got this strength, that you're this fucking skilled swordsman.
Yeah.
It fucking ruins everything. And so I take it down to easy to see if I can amend that. It does slightly, it makes things slightly better, but then you're a fucking tank.
Right.
So like there's no perfect balance, as there should be, with how many hits you can take and how many enemies can take. And I don't just mean like the big guys. Enemies that should be able to take 3 hits take 6, you know.
Is there like a leveling system in it? I honestly don't know anything about
there's not, but the combat otherwise is really satisfying, so that fucking sucks.
Fair enough. That's that's a bit annoying, but I guess it's hard to get everything perfect.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, please tell me you saw this.
How about the navigation system, though? You know how you like follow the
wind? I like that a lot. It's not massive, but it's nice to not be like always looking at a compass or a mini map. It's a nice spin on things.
Compasses are the bane of my existence, right? Okay. You know how we went through that 5-year period where every game had a mini map and you could just follow the fucking mini map. Yeah. So every studio was like, we don't want to clutter our UI with mini-maps, so we'll just all put a fucking compass. Every single game has a compass on it.
Yeah.
And it ends up with you do the exact same thing as you do with the mini-map. You just stare at the compass for the entire time. When God of War, that was one of my like annoyances with God of War, is that it had a compass for no reason. Like there is because it's usually quite obvious where you're meant to go, and then the map also, like, if you actually open the map in the menu, you can figure out where to go. Having the compass never actually provides you like any, it takes away from the experience more than it adds to it, because what was so cool about the intro was that it was so immersive. There was no UI, and it was just this one shot great cinematic scene. And then they added the compass, and like I glanced at it maybe twice throughout my playthrough, but you just don't need it. It's anyway.
Can you switch it off?
Side rant. You probably can switch it off. I didn't, just because I don't actually know why. But if I were to replay it, I definitely would, because the trend of every game putting a compass in is like, some games are better with minimaps, some games are better with compasses, some games are better with neither. But just let's not all do the same thing, guys. Let's try and differentiate ourselves and not become a
and I do like that about Ghost.
Wall.
I think Ghost, right, on the Walshie Fantano rating system, so far, I'm giving it strong 7 to a light 8.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I enjoy it.
Fair enough. I'll take that. Well, I don't know why I'll take that. I don't.
No, I reckon... I don't reckon it's a good enough game where you should buy it at full price.
Okay.
But, like, it's a type of game that's worth playing a few years down the line, when you can buy it for like a tenner at CX.
Would you say it's like a Sleeping Dogs level? Or like an L.A. Noire for you?
No, I love L.A. Noire.
Okay,
L.A. Noire's strong 8, bro.
Okay, what's another example maybe?
It's a... Give me an Assassin's Creed one. I don't play any other games.
Is it okay? Like a Black Flag or below? No, not Black Flag.
Sure, but they're good for different reasons. Like, Black Flag doesn't have particularly good gameplay, great story.
If you were
Tsushima's the opposite.
If you were to compare Ghost of Tsushima with one game, like what would it be?
Quality wise, it would be Horizon. I think it's a little better than Horizon.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Have you seen they're doing a film about the GameStop stock market thing? They're writing it now.
No, they're not.
And it stars Noah Centineo.
That happened this week. We didn't even mention that. Are they? Why? It's been 5 days.
No one will care when this comes out in 2023.
That's something you make in 20 years' time
22.
when it's like an event, a historical event. That's not something you make 2 years after. Like, what the fuck? Are they just gonna have a film about Redditors?
Well, and they're not going to understand what Reddit is.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to understand what the stock market is. And some guy retweeted it, and put like, I think it was Danny Gonzalez who retweeted it with like, can't wait for the scene where the Redditor explains what the stock market is, and Noah Centineo goes, can you explain that in English, please? And it's like, I can see it now because it's him, and it's Netflix, and it's...
Yeah, like...
It just reeks of out-of-touch old men, to be honest.
Yeah, like, it's... they're going to completely misrepresent it as well. In case you didn't know, last Thursday, last week, I'm going to try and explain this simply. Basically, for a long time, because of the pandemic, certain companies were being undervalued by professional stockbrokers and hedge fund managers. So these companies were like physical entertainment institutes, like AMC and GameStop, to name the two biggest ones. Along with that, the likes of BlackBerry and Nokia were also getting what we call shorted, undervalued, because obviously Apple is so dominant. So a Reddit called r/Wall Street Bets, that's filled with people who are interested in the stock market and who love taking a ridiculous amount of risks, decided we're gonna short squeeze these stocks, which essentially means you take advantage of the undervalued stock by buying a shit ton of it, pushing the stock price ridiculously high, and forcing the brokers and the the hedge fund managers to sell it off at a terrible price, or no, to buy it off at a terrible price.
Yeah.
So this succeeded very well. GameStop stock went from 54 on Tuesday to 366 by Thursday night. Along with
And you made some fat stacks, didn't you?
I made £15. I was on it late. AMC
Still,
jumped.
it's 15 quid richer, isn't it?
True. AMC jumped 10 points, which was like fucking like 200%. Nokia jumped a ridiculous amount. BlackBerry jumped a ridiculous amount. And then trading companies decided, oh, it would be a really good idea if we just prevented the buying and selling of these companies. That would give us really good publicity. So now Robinhood and I think there's another one. These various trading companies are.
I can't sign up for trading 212. They've locked it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, a lot of these companies are now getting lawsuits sent at them because people have lost ridiculous amounts of money because they were engaging in this short squeeze, which is completely legal. Like hedge funds managers, professional traders, and brokers have short squeeze stuff since have short squeezed stocks since the beginning of the stock market. It's completely legal. But now that people are doing it, now that just quote unquote amateur investors are doing it, it's suddenly an issue, right? It's suddenly an issue, and there's been calls to shut down Robinhood, but in the end, the Redditors kind of succeeded in sending their message because the main hedge fund, which is Melvin Capital, went into $2.5 billion of debt in 2 days. In 2 days, they lost $2.5 billion. They were bailed out by other companies because the rich can't go broke, unfortunately. But
Socialist Joe, you're as bad as me.
But the message was definitely sent, and that was the point at the end of the day. And a lot of fucking check marks, a lot of fucking journalists. I hate journalists. Are the worst.
Fuck journalists, bro. This is an anti-journo podcast.
Hashtag not all journalists, but I saw so many verified.
Joe, name one bearable journalist.
I saw too many verified people that were like, "Oh yeah, this is just a stupid Reddit meme, right?" It's like, no, it wasn't. It's not.
People will link it to white supremacy. That was Voice.
This wasn't just it wasn't just a meme. It wasn't just some like weird cultural Reddit thing. And because people don't understand the internet. And they
condemn that which they don't understand.
Exactly, but like
they
I know you're joking, but at the same time, like exactly. So they try and call this like some meme. It wasn't a meme. It was trying to send a message that hedge fund managers and brokers no longer have the power to just put companies out of business just because they decide it's time for them to go out of business, and. It's great because I do believe that we should have a free market, and I believe that in a genuinely free market, the people should have the power to do this. The people should have the power to, it's
Joe the Libertarian Scarab coming out in full force.
Yeah, and then you had fucking Democrats in America that were like, no, guys, no, don't do this, because the Democratic Party in America is a fucking joke.
Elizabeth Warren put out a statement like, guys, it's not a casino.
That was who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
And then people started comparing her reaction to Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders was like, he was basically like, this is what you should do. This is a good thing.
Hey, poor people are making money, man. That's a fucking dub.
But then of course you had people coming in saying, oh, you only agree with Bernie Sanders because you're sexist. It's like, no, I agree with Bernie Sanders because he fucking fights for the people instead of the benefits of hedge fund Wall Street investors. Anyway, so
I tried investing.
That's the gist.
That is it.
That's Christopher.
It's fucking mental. It's great though. I gave it a go. Yeah. I tried trading 212, wouldn't work. A Robinhood site wouldn't even load.
Yeah.
I fucking told you, invest in GameStop. In like May, because Michael Berry said to do that, because like their value was going to go way up when the new consoles come out. But could you imagine
but the
if
thing
I
is-
invested in GameStop in like May
Yeah, but the thing is, I wouldn't have been able to invest in GameStop because
you weren't 18?
Yeah, the consoles came out 2 days before my birthday, so that's
Well-
that's the reason I couldn't.
Well, that's the thing. I tried signing up with eToro, and I lied about my age, and like, because they ask you all sorts of things about like
Maybe
how
you
much
shouldn't be
money
saying
you
that
have.
maybe you shouldn't be saying that on a public podcast.
Oh, what they're gonna do? They're gonna fucking shoot me? Yeah,
eToro's
doubt it.
gonna hunt you down.
But I mean, knowing the way fucking trading companies are like potentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I tried signing up, and like your level of investment and how much you make will like lock off certain stocks. So like I lied about a bunch of that,
Right.
and then they like needed identification. And
What do you mean?
I'm not 18, so I can. It'll ask you before you sign up. Firstly, they have like a questionnaire to like test your knowledge.
Right. Okay.
Well, they'll do that afterwards. But like it will say, what's your experience as a trader? How much do you plan to invest? And if you I click like some low ones at first because I'm just
Okay. Yeah.
not investing a fucking lot.
Yeah.
And they were like, a red thing comes up and it was like, this will limit the stocks you can invest in. But yeah, anyway,
that's strange.
eToro's stopping me from becoming a fucking millionaire.
But no,
so.
yeah. I mean, definitely. I think if you're of age to invest, and you have, I'm not a financial advisor by any means. I'm just a person who does invest myself, and I think if you have stability and if you have a certain amount of money saved up beforehand to fall back on, then I think investing is a great option for anyone. I mean, I think far more people should invest, should try and become financially literate, and should stop putting their money in
financially literate. Fuck me.
and should stop putting their fucking money in bank accounts, bro. Bank accounts just make your money lose value, right? Invest in something very low risk. Invest in fucking gold, right? Just invest in something. Because
Waste management.
putting all your
That's
money in a
fucking
savings account, again, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, but it will just make your money. It will just make your money lose value. It's just not worth it, in my opinion, personally.
Yeah, that's cool, and that's our 2020.
Don't take any of my advice.
Fucking Keemstar started a channel dedicated to stocks.
That's pretty cool.
That's not. Could you imagine some naive 13-year-old?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
fucking
people,
watching that and getting the wrong.
are going to see it, and
you know.
Keemstar's going to probably lead a lot of people down the wrong path. But because Keemstar is a very high risk investor, from what I've seen on Twitter, but he has
right.
the free financial funds to do that safely, you know.
Yeah. Did you see PlayStation wrap-ups come out?
Oh no, what's that?
It's like, did you not see this last year where they basically like Spotify Wrapped?
Oh,
It tells you like the games you've. Yeah, I'll
why are they
link you.
doing it in February?
I don't fucking know. If you just look up PlayStation Wrap Up,
Okay.
before you get that up, do you want to know my stats for 2020?
Okay. I mean, your PS4 broke halfway through the year. But,
That is true. So this is just for the first half of the year, basically.
Okay.
I played 21 games, and my top games were
Crash.
number one. Nah, because this is for last year.
Oh,
So
right,
my
okay.
top game is Assassin's Creed Origins, 116 hours.
Oh my god! No wonder you hate it. You played Origins for 116 hours.
Well, yeah, I played it through a few times at the start of the year.
What is wrong with you?
I wish I knew.
What's wrong with you?
2 is Minecraft PS4 edition, 94 hours.
That's not too bad.
And 3 is Assassin's Creed Syndicate with 67 hours. No, I know what this is. I left it on overnight. In my replay in May, I left it on overnight to get money from the train.
Sure you
That's
did.
why.
Sure you did.
No, I'm not spending 67 hours on Syndicate.
Is
Right.
there even fucking 67 hours of content in Syndicate?
I don't know. I don't think there is, but I put in 562 hours of gaming. Have you got it up, Joe?
Very
What's
nice.
yours?
I tried to open it, but I don't. I don't think I have any stats because I got my PS5 on what, the 27th of November.
Oh,
don't-
Joe, do you want to know my stats from 2019? This
Go
is
on.
funny.
Go on.
My top games.
Oh, what is it going to be? Odyssey. It's gonna be Odyssey.
No, my
It's
top
Odyssey.
game is Red Dead Redemption 2, 357 hours.
Yeah.
I thought I'd have more than that. And then it's Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, 135 hours.
Oh my god.
And then the third.
135.
Well, yeah, because I replayed it, and then I was going for the platinum, and there's this really fucking hard naval mission where you need to, like... You know in Assassin's Creed 3, you can do that thing where, like, you shoot, like, powder kegs that are exposed, and it'll, like, destroy a ship instantly.
Yeah.
Lads, tell me if you know about this in the comments. There's this AC3 naval mission where you need to destroy like 3 of these ships by... It's totally fucking luck based. I spent 10 hours doing shit AC3 naval and hearing the same dialogue from Robert fucking Foote. That's how I spent my depressed 2019 summer. That's why I was depressed, because I was putting 150 hours into AC3.
So unfortunate.
And then 3 is the Ezio collection at 109 hours.
That's okay, because there's 3 games there. But still,
Yeah.
you should not be spending 100 hours on any Assassin's Creed game in 2020.
I know, but there's a few good ones. There's 4 good ones.
Yeah,
so,
but they also came out 10 years ago.
No, I don't care. Nothing can replace AC1 to Revelations. Nothing will ever be that
True.
fucking good.
Do you think you've played 1,000 hours of Assassin's Creed?
Undoubtedly.
Does that make you
You have
sad?
as well.
How does that make you feel?
No, but Joe, you're the same.
Yeah, I have as well.
Yeah, we both have probably done at least like 3,000.
I've done significantly less than you though, because I've barely played Origins Odyssey.
I don't know.
No, I've barely played the 3 games that are actually long. So.
Nah, but like me and you, we both have so many fucking Ezio trilogy replays and AC1.
True. No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. We both replayed the old games, but you've replayed the new games and I haven't. So.
I haven't
Like,
played.
I think
keep getting urges to replay Valhalla,
think
and I don't know why.
I think I've put 70 hours into Origins total over the entire. Like I never 100%ed Origins.
Oh, I 100%ed it when I got it, because
Yeah.
I don't know how that didn't make me hate the game. Because like when I got it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get all the achievements and it'll be really fun, and I did, and I just wasn't tired. I guess I just didn't value my time when I was 14.
Who does, to be fair?
That's facts, and it'll slip through your fingers. So,
I think
you
the
know.
only game I've put what games have I put 100 hours into? I've put 100 hours into the Ezio trilogy and Black Flag,
Red Dead.
Red Dead 2, GTA 5, and then probably like Black Ops 1.
Skyrim. You definitely have a Skyrim, haven't you?
Oh yeah, probably Skyrim.
Yeah. Anyway.
I was a very weird Skyrim player. I used to always just restart it over and over again when it came out. I don't know why.
Nah, 'cause it was groundbreaking, wasn't it? And
I mean,
you do that when you're a kid.
I just really liked the opening. I just played the opening like 5 different times.
I played it 4 times, and I never got more than like 5 hours in.
Yeah. No, I was the exact same. Like I've only ever actually finished the game once.
No,
Because it's
maybe
just,
because it's shit and overrated.
that's what it is. If you can't play a game 20 different times and constantly enjoy it, then you know it's either terrible or you're just not autistic. So.
Oh, all right. Well,
I'm saying,
speaking of autism, the Nest Discord have sent in some topics for today.
That was okay. That was actually kind of good.
Okay, all right.
Don't worry, we're both autistic, I think.
Well, Joe, okay. We're not doing autism.
And I've made Assassin's Creed trailers ranked, so I probably am.
You're probably more autistic than me.
Anyway, Discord topics. If you're not in the Discord already,
okay,
join it in the description. The first one comes from Sam, aka Sam Apple.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
This is just from today. Joe, you skipped so many topics. All right.
Yes,
First one is from Tardiness, from the 28th, and he says, rank all the soundtracks in AC.
What? Jack, that was the last podcast.
No, it was the 28th of January. That was less than a week ago.
Oh.
Joe, rank the AC soundtracks really quick.
We did this on fucking... I swear we did this on True Gamer as well.
No, no, we didn't.
AC2's the best. AC Revelations is second. I don't know. I don't care.
2, Revelations. 1,
No.
Brotherhood. 3, 4, Valhalla. Unity. Origins. Syndicate. Odyssey.
Cool. That works
And then
for me.
Rogue doesn't fucking matter.
That works for me. Can we please...
I have... This is from Epic Portal, who has something else.
Okay.
He says, I have a podcast topic. How did Joe and Jack come up with the names Founded Scarab and Walshie?
This is an interesting one. Well, for me, I created scarabs. I created dung beetles. I'm actually an Egyptian god, so that's...
He named himself after Taharka, his favourite AC Origins villain.
No, I am Taharka. I'm Taharka. I'm the sage of Taharka. No, it was in all honesty, it was a automatically generated Xbox Live name. I think at first it was Founded Scarab 72, and then I took away the 72 and just kind of stopped. Yeah. And then I was thinking about changing it, and everyone was like, "No, it's iconic." And I was like, "Are you sure you're not just gonna? Are you sure you guys aren't just taking the piss out of my name?" But anyway,
it is iconic though.
That's my story.
All right, next question.
Jack.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, my surname's Walsh. People call me in school. Yeah. So there you go.
Very simple.
The next question.
I wish I had a nickname in school. I wish I had a nickname. My name doesn't really have any opportunities for nicknames.
I don't know. You've got fucking Joey. Joey boy.
Joey, I'm your daddy. That was not an Australian accent in the slightest. I apologise.
I love it when you try and do accents.
Hey,
I never want to tell you they're shit because I don't want you to stop.
Hey man, I will fucking murder you. I will chop off your bollocks and feed them to my pet rattlesnake.
Alrighty.
Anyway,
next question.
Moving on.
Brandon G
Here we go.
says...
That's a good choice. Brandon G
That's
says,
an excellent question.
Personally, my favourite console is PlayStation 2. But what console or gaming device resonates and means the most to you?
Xbox 360.
I don't know if that was meant to rhyme, Brandon, but very nice if it did.
It's the Xbox 360. Right? Surely. The Wii's up there, but
it's tough, right? Because the Xbox 360 is a lovely little piece of hardware. I mean, it's terrible and fucking broken, but it's a lovely little piece of hardware, and I'll always cherish it. It's got the best controller ever made, and that's an undisputable fact, right?
Yeah.
And Xbox Live was great, and the games that came out on it were great. But the memories I have of the Nintendo DS...
Oh, good shout.
Kind of overpower it a little bit. Like, the Xbox 360 was great, but I think the DS just means more to me. I would carry it around everywhere I went. I had one of those little cartridges where it had like 84 games on it that were all fucking pirated, but I didn't care. It was just a beautiful console, and I think for me the DS trumps all. Oh, and the Stadia, of course. The Stadia means a lot. It's a
Oh yeah, Alex Hutchinson, you've done it again.
Okay.
All right, this one is from Sam Appleness.
Now we reach Sam Appleness. He says, with each of your channels growing more and doing better and better, can we expect to see some possible non-AC content, especially from a certain Walshie, from either of your channels in the coming years? And with that comes a follow-up question. Can we expect content or podcast discussions about indie games or games that we would not usually play, such as Celeste, Nier Automata, or anything new like those? Great question, Sam.
That was an excellent question, Sam.
I already make non-AC content. No one watches it. That's the problem.
This is why you need to bite the bullet and become like me.
Just watch my non-AC content, and yeah. But Jack, how about you? Because I know you've been thinking about like streaming in different realms and things like that.
I know why Sam has asked this. It's because he wants to know when I'm making my 5-hour Sonic Unleashed retrospective. Listen, Sam, these things take time. I am going to fucking do that, though. I have this list. I'm going to get this list up. I started this list back in July. Because I've always had it in my head that, like... Fuck, let me see if I can... Oh, yeah, right, I've got it. I made this list back in... Oh, shit, no, it was January... Oh, fuck, that's the wrong thing. Anyway, I made a list a while ago of, like, videos that I'd want to do after I stopped doing AC, because I know that I will, and I've known that I will for, like, a few months now. But the thing is, right, with AC, if I stop now, I would feel kind of dissatisfied. I would feel like my AC backlog is shit top 5s and dated speculation. So, like, what I want to do this year, when I do get back to it, is I want to make my channel, like, the ultimate... I want to have the ultimate AC backlog, right? One, for, like, views and that when I do go on to other things, so my channel doesn't just, like, tank.
Yeah.
But also, so I could be like, oh... This was worth it. This whole fucking AC thing.
Yeah,
and so I want to
fulfill your full potential when it comes to that.
Yeah, I want to do a bunch of lore shit. I'm going to do the entire timeline of the series, all the books, all the comics. I want to do all that shit, like videos on every single game, like reviews. I mean, I want to do fucking everything, and then I'll stop because I don't want to stop and be like, oh, remember that time when I was an AC YouTuber and I just made shit content.
Right.
You know. Yeah. So when I stop, I'm gonna do, which will probably be like a year and a half away, probably after the next gen game or before, depending on how shit that is. I'm doing big LA Noire video, big Mario Galaxy video, one on both the Red Deads. I want to get After Effects down so I can have nice intros for these things, and then the Sonic Unleashed retrospective. And this sounds... Don't fucking laugh. Yeah. Sonic Unleashed is one of my favourite games ever made. It's always been in my top 5. It was my favourite game for a time.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking excellent. And it's one of those games... You know those films that don't get a lot of attention, that you just fucking love and it's like no one else does?
Yeah.
Even though I know there's an audience for Sonic Unleashed, that's me with that game. It's my fucking passion game. Yeah. And I want to make... Once I feel like I'm actually good at, like, criticising games, once I feel like I'm good at editing and speaking and writing, then I'm going to make a big Sonic Unleashed retrospective, and it'll be the best thing on the Walshie YouTube channel.
That actually is... I'm very excited for that. You've hyped that up. Very nice.
It'll be like 2 years away. 2 or 3. But... Once I've done everything Assassin's Creed, like ever.
For me, I want to really kind of not distance myself, but like I'm moving away from Assassin's Creed videos a lot this year, because basically what I did in 2020, which I don't know if anyone actually noticed this, but I made a video on every I made a video on every single game and then streamed Origins and took the piss out of Odyssey. But I made a full review type thing, spoke about all my thoughts on the game. So, for every game in the series. So, like, I've replayed the entire series over the past year. Now it's time to kind of distance myself more so from Assassin's Creed. Because I never, like...
Don't leave me alone doing AC.
No, but that's the thing, because everyone was like, oh, you're an AC YouTuber. It's like, I never intended to be that. I just made a decision to replay the Assassin's Creed games last year, and that's why I was making videos on them. Because before that, you know, my video backlog was like LA Noire, made a video on all the Star Wars films and stuff, fucking Corporate Minimalism, and American Psycho. Like, I was never intending to be an Assassin's Creed YouTuber. Those were just the games I wanted to replay last year. And this year, I have a lot more to do. I have the PS4 exclusives to talk about and stream and all that shit. So... yeah, a lot more non-AC content for me. It doesn't mean I'll completely stop making any videos, but like, Assassin's Creed will be sparse on my channel. Sparse?
Sparse. You fucking idiot.
No, I got mixed up with scarce.
Hey guys, scarce here. No, that makes sense though. Like, I guess it probably does fucking suck when you put a bunch of effort in all these other videos and it's like, oh, you're an AC YouTuber.
It doesn't suck. It's just like I don't know. It just
My
happens
recommendation is Fable. Don't ever like commit yourself to a niche. You know that, but
Yeah.
like do some more Fable shit.
Maybe. I might replay the Fable games at some point or talk about. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I think if Gotham Knights wasn't what it was, that'd be my focus for most of this year. If Gotham Knights
Right.
was like an actual Arkham game, like a reboot or something, I think that would be my focus for most of the year. But right now, I'm kind of just, I'm just ready to work on what I want to work on, and now that I've done Rogue, I'm just like, yes, let's move on. But no, it
Our
wasn't
big Unity video.
It wasn't like I actually got annoyed by
Joe?
by the AC YouTuber comments. It was just like because it so happened that the Assassin's Creed videos I were making was came alongside the biggest growth of my channel so far. It just so happened that that's how it came across. So,
Yeah,
yeah, that's all it is. But anyway,
that's good.
Anyway, everyone get ready
Florange.
for Sonic Unleashed 15 years later.
Oh, that's what it'll be. That Joe, you fucking that's
Yeah,
what it'll
you're
be.
welcome.
Brilliant. Florange says, rank the 5 best open worlds in any game you've played. Joe,
Oh my god. Oh, that's too tough.
that is
I
difficult.
can't do
Okay,
that. I can't. I can't do that. Okay. Do you want to go first then?
all right. Red Dead 2, I'm doing one AC game. Red Dead 2,
Okay.
Assassin's Creed 2. Would I count GTA? Because with these things, I forget so many fucking games
Yeah,
that
that's the
exist.
problem. That's the exact problem. I was gonna say I'm gonna forget something and I'm gonna be pissed off about it.
Open world, like the Witcher 3 has got a fucking lovely open world. Maybe Breath of the Wild, and then probably GTA 5. Yeah.
Also, how are we ranking this? Is it by beauty? Is it by fucking interest?
Just
Is it by-
generally, I guess.
Best open world specific, I guess. Well, Red Dead 2's up there for sure. Fucking Assassin's Creed 1, I love.
Shout.
I don't know, Far Cry 3 maybe?
Right.
I wouldn't say Far Cry 3 is made by its open world, but like I don't know, it's cool to parts of it cool to explore, I guess. Like it's I don't know, it's tough. Fallout New Vegas. Maybe like Batman Arkham City, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's such a tough question. Like Sleeping Dogs, GTA 5, GTA 4, fucking LA Noire, dripping with style.
Shut
Fucking, you can make the argument: is
That's
God
made
of
me
War
really
is
fucking
Jedi
sad.
Fallen Order open world, or is it linear with open world elements? It's such a tough question because like there's too much to it. So I'm just
Right.
not gonna answer it. I'm gonna avoid the question. Moving on,
Okay,
James,
fine.
is that 1570? James, anyway, says.
Yeah.
Thoughts on this
1570.
month's PS Plus games? General thoughts more in depth if you have played any of them.
Let's have a look. What are this month's PS Plus games?
What is it? It's good. It's fucking good, I think. Greedfall
Oh, is
one
it
of them,
Control?
which I've not had a chance to play yet.
It's
but from what I've
February,
heard,
ain't it?
Pretty decent game. It is February.
It's Destruction All Stars. Don't know it. And Control.
I think he was
played
talking. I
Control
think
when
he
it
was
came out.
talking about January's games.
Well, he did it today, and today's February.
No, but more in depth if you've played any of them. We wouldn't have played them in 2 days.
No. But like, if we played them before, they're on
fair
PS
enough,
Plus.
Fair enough.
Okay,
I've not played
right.
any of them before. I'll probably get Control.
Control's quite alright. I've played Control when it came out. It's got lots of fucking weird visuals that are really cool.
Yeah.
The combat kind of sucks cock. It's at its best when it's being this like bizarro fucking Kubrick film.
Yeah.
Like, not when it's forcing you into combat encounters with levels and flashing numbers, which fucking every game does. Why? It's quite alright though. Give it a light 7.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the plan. Holy shit! Only came out 2 years ago and it's already on PS Plus. That's a yikes.
You should play it, I
Yeah,
reckon. Give it a go.
As for last month,
Story's dog
Greedfall
shit.
is the one that I want to play, and that's it. Liam of Gamerland, next up, says, cover the Halo Infinite news. And
What Halo
I
Infinite
say-
news?
I say, no. Juice Sauce. I'm not doing it, man. I'm not talking about Halo Infinite. I'm not talking about the fucking open world bandit camps of Halo Infinite. I'm not doing it. Juice Sauce says, thoughts on the recently announced Wakanda series for Disney Plus. No. I didn't know that was confirmed. I thought it was a rumor.
Do you not see this? Ryan Coogler's doing it.
Oh, that's perfect then.
Yeah, that might be cool.
Yeah. I mean,
Might give it a watch.
I heard, like, thoughts of Michael B. Jordan coming back from the dead to play Killmonger, which would...
People were saying about him coming back
Yeah.
and then taking up the mantle as Black Panther. And to be honest, I feel it'd be fucking distasteful to just bring back a dead character
Yeah. Yeah.
and be like,
especially-
oh, you can do fucking Chadwick Boseman's role now.
Especially
you
when
know?
his death was so earned. It was so well earned, and it was such a beautiful scene.
Yeah, exactly. It
When
would
he
just
says,
feel
you know,
fucking cheap.
Yeah,
And
that
bizarre,
that
you
final
know?
line. It's I'd rather be dead than be in bondage like my ancestors, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Like they jumped from the ships because they knew death was better than bondage. It's such an incredible line, and
Yeah.
such an incredible scene. So that would kind of water that down. Wakanda
As
series,
well,
though, could definitely
yeah.
be interesting. I feel like in Black Panther, Wakanda as a city and a country. Well, it wasn't. That's the thing. It was kind of just a city, you know. It was like the country itself was never fleshed out. So I never really. I don't know. I never got it. It's like this problem's been in Marvel a lot. It happened with New York as well. It's a lot of the cities and a lot of the locations in the
New York
MCU.
feels like a fucking country, the amount of shit that happens there.
True, but at the same time, they also feel
Just
a bit
New York
dead.
City as well.
It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like they're real places with real people who live real lives. I think at times, and Wakanda, like I'd love to see Wakanda as a country fleshed out, but you'd have to actually build up the city and also the country because as of right now, I don't particularly care about Wakanda. I care more
Yeah.
about-
Alright then. Cole Phelps, 0121, big up, asks, thoughts on Hitman 3 and how it links to the story of the series?
I haven't played
Listen,
it yet. Been busy.
yeah, we said this on True Gamer. We fucking love the new Hitman games. We've
Yeah.
not played it. But I'm interested in how it links to the story of the series. Because,
I assumed. I thought. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
it still continues, like, it's still the same canon.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened to fucking Victoria from Absolution. She doesn't die, does she?
That'd be nice. I don't remember. what happened to
Victoria's
Absolution.
fucking story, Absolution story is so weird.
You know what? I love Absolution. I know everyone hates it, and the story's not good, but I love Absolution.
I replayed it in October, and the mission design, Hitman should never be fucking linear. There should never be like 40 missions in a Hitman game. Blood
No.
Money is a good compromise. Blood Money's fucking great, but like Absolution is so A to B, where
Yeah, I guess.
you're not free at all, and there's times where it just encourages shootouts and fucking combat,
Yeah.
and it's like this is the wrong series for this.
Yeah, but at
And,
least
and
they
the
learned,
creative
at
director
least they
doesn't
learned
like
from it.
Hitman.
At least they learned from
Yeah.
it and went back to the roots instead of trying to force it to be like some type of open world linear narrative game.
Oh wow, Ubisoft could learn
Yeah.
some lessons from that.
Yeah, but
Assassin's
no,
Creed
no.
is shit.
That's the
Yeah.
thing though. With the Hitman games, it's kind of like they're kind of just like comfort games that I know will be there. I'm not like rushing to play the new Hitman. I'll definitely get round to it. It's just not like at the top of my priority. I'll play it when
Yeah.
I'm just in the mood.
I expect it will be spectacular because 1 and 2 were fucking phenomenal. So,
Although I have heard from certain sources that the anime AI has been dumbed down a lot. So
oh,
not that it was ever particularly smart, but still that's a bit underwhelming. Anyway,
yeah. Adithya says, thoughts on Alex Hutchinson, knob and makes shit games. And Stadia first-party studios closing down.
Kind of just funny, isn't it?
It is funny, yes.
It
It is very funny.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, fuck Alex Hutchinson for one.
And not just because he makes shit games,
he's
because his
such a-
Twitter takes are fucking
No,
horrible.
he's such a how do I even put this? An elitist, pompous, narcissistic twat.
Yeah, you really can tell he's an ex-UB employee.
He's like, oh, I am a game developer, so I know about games. I know all of my games have been complete critical failures, but I know games.
Yeah.
I understand the industry. Ahaha. Oh, we should copyright gaming. Ahaha. Ahaha. Aha. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like Seth Rogen. He's like the Seth Rogen of gaming.
Oh, I don't like Seth Rogen, but I don't get the comparison necessarily.
Seth Rogen's Twitter, he acts like the most fucking... He's like the most elitist Hollywood cunt on Twitter. There was this post the other day, right? Where this dude... this is an offshoot. There was this post the other day where... I'll try and find it. Where this guy was like, oh, funny anecdote. The last few months, I was accidentally washing my hair with my dog's shampoo. Guys... laugh at me, look how funny and stupid this is, right?
Yeah.
It was clearly a joke. He was like, oh yeah, I was washing myself with my own shampoo. And Seth Rogen comes in, right? And he just goes, you're stupid, full stop, right? So the guy's like, trolled by Seth Rogen, achievement unlocked, haha. Seth Rogen goes, okay, just how fucking narcissistic does this sound? I'm not trolling you. This was objectively stupid. I honestly have no clue who you are beyond this stupid tweet. And
what?
So the guy goes, well, you celebrities seem like happy people, ta. And then Seth Rogen just keeps going. He's like, for real though, what did you expect the reaction to be? Tons of people being like, yeah, I also used dog shampoo by accident. Who doesn't? Like, he was just such an unnecessary cunt. And everyone's like, in the replies, like, oh, is Seth Rogen just a twat now? And there's been other times, like, he's been DMing people about, like, if they've made fucking, bad, edgy jokes. But he's been DMing people and just asking them if they're Jewish. It's really weird.
What?
Like, there's, like, I've seen, like, 4 different screenshots of him asking people in DMs if they're Jewish or not. As, like, he's, like, the authority on making jokes about, like, the Holocaust and things like that.
Oh, I fucking hate people who think they're an actual authority on jokes. Especially a fucking comedian. Surely you'd expect him to understand.
Well, especially that one about the dog shampoo. You'd assume he would understand the concept of self-deprecating humor. I don't understand why, but yeah, on Twitter, from everything I've seen, he's just become this, like... He's just become a bit of a twat, to be honest. Like, he constantly...
He was never that funny, though.
He was before 2012. But he constantly...
I've never laughed at a Seth Rogen bit.
I mean, fair enough. I think he was hilarious before 2012 with like likes of Superbad and stuff like that. But then he made the Interview and Sausage Party. And
Bad Neighbours, really epic.
But yeah, no, Seth Rogen acts like this. He acts like... He just acts like an elitist, like he has like a superiority complex type thing. And it's kind of sad because obviously...
It'll be you when you hit 100k subscribers.
No, but the thing is, I really liked Seth Rogen back in the day. And he just comes across like, oh, I know better because I'm an epic Hollywood comedian who makes epic A-list actor films. And I'm also funny. It's weird. It's really weird to see. Like, I feel like he just has way too much time on his hands. And he has, like, not to try to psychoanalyze anyone, but he has, like, some inner fucking rage that he just wants to let out. So, he just gets and replies to people on Twitter for no reason. Like, you'd think you'd have something
Seth
better
Rogen.
to do as an A-list celebrity than just...
Seth Rogen is officially an enemy of the Eagles Cool podcast. There you go.
Yes, he is. Anyway, it's just a bit weird.
Right.
That was a big old side note. What we were meant to... Alex Hutchinson, he's a cunt. And yeah, Stadia. Well, yeah. What do you think about that? The Stadia.
Stadia. Do you know Jade Raymond left?
Oh shit.
Come back to Ubisoft, please. Make an Assassin's Creed game.
Yes, please. And also commentate the demo, because it's my favourite demo of all time.
Fucking Jade Raymond was a vice president at Google, and they
Jesus,
had
really?
well, yeah, but this is the thing. They have 100 vice presidents.
Oh, what the... I mean, they have a lot
What
of...
other company
They
does
have their
that?
fingers in a lot of different industries, so I guess that makes sense, but... Jesus.
Yeah, but like, as the president, when you have a problem you need a hand down, how do you fucking, you know?
I guess
Just a
you
bit
just have to
convoluted, really.
just pick one of the 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fair
All right.
enough. Well, the games division is shutting. Cloud streaming service will continue to operate. I mean, did they make any actual games?
I don't know.
The Stadia is a failure, but Google have fuck you money, so they'll keep pouring money into it until it works. But it's a failure.
Yeah, of course. All right.
I don't know. Like, do you think that's gonna ever be a genuine avenue that gaming's gonna go down? Game streaming.
The Stadia?
Just game streaming generally.
No.
No, I don't.
At least not in the next 10 years, because people are so well acquainted with consoles. There's no benefit to game streaming.
Yeah.
You know, to having a PS5 or an Xbox. It's just far less accessible because so few people have the internet where that's going to fucking work.
Exactly.
It's like, what's the point? You don't have first party games. You've got a way higher chance of crashing on me, and like my mates don't have a Stadia. I can't play with them. It's
exactly
why.
I'd rather have like just a console with a terabyte of data than have to stream my games.
Yeah, exactly. Tried and true. You know.
That's the thing. It's like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And like downloading games is just, it's a system that works perfectly fine. So
yeah,
there's no it's like progress for the sake of progress, but it's just not. It doesn't add anything to the experience.
Yeah. The boss says this is a bit of a vague one. Games with the most fun gameplay.
Let's go. We love the vague questions on the
Assassin's Creed Unity. He does lots of
yeah.
spins and twirls, so it's really fun.
If I see one more person say, Arno shouldn't do stupid flips in Unity. He doesn't do flips. He never does flips. He never does flips.
Whoa.
And he doesn't do twists and turns. He does turn.
He does. He's the most twirly assassin of them all.
There's one descent and one free run up that he does a twirl in, and people are like,
there's lots of twirls.
Just does flips all the time.
But that's why people love Unity parkour, because they think, it looks cool.
That's not why I love it, but
that's not why you love it. But the majority of people, that's why they do. I don't love Unity's parkour.
But no, it's like, because back in the day, because with the parkour community, when it started, it was very much like I'm talking about real
French,
life.
wasn't it?
It was very much A to B. You want to go as fast as possible, from A to B. You want to get through these various fucking obstacles. And then it kind of got merged with like free running in the early 2000s, and a lot of people who did parkour, who were called tracers at the time, were really annoyed at that because they didn't want to be seen as these stupid people that do flips and twirls. And it's the exact same thing. It's so funny because it's the exact same comparison between the Ezio trilogy and Unity. Like,
the Ezio trilogy is better though.
Yeah, but it's the exact same thing. It's like, he does stupid twirls, and that.
Do you not think? I thought you thought that Unity had better parkour.
That exact same thing happened in real life parkour and free running back in the early 2000s. I prefer Unity's, but I love them both.
Mad.
I love them both. So.
Mental, mad guy.
Nah, not really though. It's not.
Joe,
it's not that hot take. I know everyone.
This is another.
I know everyone loves the Ezio trilogy unconditionally, and so do I. But saying something else is good also doesn't. I'm not taking anything away from the Ezio trilogy. I just prefer Unity.
No, it's not that. It's just you saying a far more dysfunctional system is better.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
But
games with the most fun gameplay,
and it has all the features of the Ezio trilogy with an added layer of verticality, with an added dimension. So
you don't have near as much accuracy or precision, and it's far more handholdy.
The world's also
Like-
built better for
Uh,
because it's 1-to-1
I
scale.
would disagree with that.
Because it's 1-to-1 scale. No, that's wrong. I was thinking of Brotherhood. AC2 is the best, but
Yeah.
it's Unity's better built than Brotherhood for Proco.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's
Games
anyway,
with the most fun gameplay.
that is the game with the most fun gameplay of all time. I mean, it's hard to not say Spider-Man PS4 and Spider-Man Miles Morales. Just 'cause
Unironically, Sonic Unleashed.
you know what? That's a shout. That's a shout. That is a shout. Sonic Unleashed, Sleeping Dogs Combat. Yeah.
AC Syndicate quadruple kills. Those are really cool.
I'm trying to think. NBA 2K17. That's not a joke. by the
Oh,
way.
you fucking gimp. Alright.
It was
cool.
the most unrealistic basketball simulator ever, and that's why it was so fun. It was so fucking fun. You could do like 150 dribbles in like 10 seconds, and then just do a fucking ridiculous through the legs dunk as like a 5'5".
I know what that is.
It was
Yeah.
so fun. You don't know what dunk is.
No, I know what a fucking dunk is. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Alright. I think that's it. Is that it?
That is all the podcast topics. Again, if you're not in the Discord,
Alright, guys.
if you're not in the Discord, make sure to join it in the description down below. Also, make sure to go, and if you're not subscribed yet, go to subscribe to the Four Pillars Network, our first podcast, our first episode of the Past Cast, nostalgia-based podcast, will be up on the 18th of February, a Thursday. We'll be talking.
Oh, will it?
Yeah, did you not?
I thought it was a Monday it was coming out.
Nah, it's 18th, Sunday, Thursday.
Oh, fuck me. Alright.
Also,
yeah.
what was I gonna say? The first episode is going to be on like westerns. We're gonna focus on
Yeah,
Red Dead.
mainly
1.
Red Dead
so
Redemption.
It's basically Red Dead 1. So if you like Red Dead 1, make sure to tune in. With all that being said, though,
Yeah.
Jack, do you have any closing statements, my good friend and also
Nah, don't think so, boys. Cheers for coming along. I hope your week was good. Enjoy your next week. I'll see you soon on the Eagles Call episode 28.
Yeah, see you later. Much love.
Alright, good night,
Bye.
boys.